In East Africa, Sudan has declared a state of emergency along its disputed border with South Sudan, possibly signaling a continued push toward a full-blown war as hostilities intensify between the neighboring countries. Sudan's official news agency, SUNA, is reporting that the decree gives Khartoum broader powers to arrest and try suspects in the volatile region. It allows President Omar al-Bashir and anyone with his mandate to set up special courts to handle criminal and terror cases. The measure also suspends the constitution in border areas and imposes a trade embargo against South Sudan. The two countries have lingering disputes over oil revenue, border demarcation, and citizenship issues.
VOA State Department correspondent Scott Stearns recently spoke with the U.S. Special Envoy for Sudan and South Sudan, Princeton Lyman, about the current border conflict. As tensions increase, he says it is crucial for both nations to realize the economic importance of protecting the oil infrastructure.
One of the things that disturbed us so much about South Sudan's occupation of Heglig is that it is very dangerous if each side starts to attack its most strategic facilities, and in this case, oil facilities. And it was one of the reasons we urged very, very quickly, as well as others in the international community did, for South Sudan to withdraw. Now, there are reports of damage to the facilities there, particularly the central processing facility. We don't know the full extent of it, but that's not a very good situation at all. It will take some time to get that back on track. Both countries are suffering from the crisis in the oil sector. South Sudan lost 98% of its budget revenue. Sudan is facing serious foreign exchange shortages, which means they can't import as much food. They have fuel shortages. So both countries are suffering from not having an agreement in the oil sector, and they need to take that into account and look to the needs of their people.
Lyman also says that he's encouraged that China is playing a larger investment role in the oil sector of both Sudan and South Sudan.
Yes, it does indeed. They've been steadily becoming more active diplomatically to help resolve these issues. They have a stake in the oil sector, but they have a larger stake in their relations between Sudan and South Sudan and their relations with Africa in general. And I think they have increasingly recognized that if the political issues in Sudan and between Sudan and South Sudan are not resolved, neither the oil nor their other interests can be served. So there has been discussions between President Hu and President Obama on this, and as you say, we will be discussing it next week in Beijing. And I think our two countries working more closely together on this can be very effective.
Ambassador Lyman is joining Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner on a mission to Beijing this week. The South Sudan conflict is likely to be a major topic of discussion.